It's Coffee Talk on FM 94.7 and AM 1450 KBKW, and it's time now for the Insider Report with Everett Hughes. Good morning, Everett.
We are here and we are ready.
Now, I got an email from you about Tax Masters and one other company where they claim to get you out of trouble with the IRS, and they're crooks.
Well, this is what the Attorney General of California thought about Ronnie Lynn Deutsch.
Haven't seen her in a while.
She's in jail.
In jail? Wow.
She's in jail. Department of Corrections. Jerry Brown got her. And everybody, we've talked about Ronnie Lynn Deutsch before.
Mm-hmm.
She was committing fraud. And this article also talked about the latest that's gone bankrupt, Tax Masters.
Right. The guy with the beard and
the
red hair.
The guy with the beard. Tax Masters, they had $5,000 in assets with 5,000 creditors, and it was the phone call, we'll save everything, we'll get you out of the penalties and the interest. And then there was J.K. Harris. And this was an article from Forbes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you noticed that, but it was an article for Forbes. But the one thing that I appreciated about that article from Forbes saying that J.K. Harris is out of business, went bankrupt, it said all, and they actually talked about the fact that there is a group called enrolled agents, and you could hit the little blue letters and you could go out to a site that told you about enrolled agents. So I thought that was good. But Ronnie Lynn Deutsch is down. Tax Masters is down. J.K. Harris is down. And Doug, as you know, I've been since you've known me. I've said, get it done local.
Yes.
Get it done local. But now here's something interesting.
Okay.
We went out last week, like we always do, and we picked up tax liens.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember last year a huge increase. Last year we picked up 481 tax liens.
Wow.
in the three counties. There were 407 the year before, and 267 the year before that in 2009. And in 2008, there was 284. So also in other insider reports, we've talked about the fact that the IRS had added 4,300 new revenue officers to the field offices, and so that's why the tax liens went up. 284 to 276 to 407 to 481. But guess what's happening in the bad economy?
They're going down?
316 was all we got last Wednesday.
Now, what do you equate for the downward trend here?
They're just not filing the liens. I don't think there's any reduction in people owing money. But my speculation is they're just not filing the liens.
The IRS,
right?
I mean, they must be hanging out with the Secret Service and having parties or something.
Well, down there in Columbia.
Yeah.
Right. Well, that's another story of when the IRS took over the Mustang Ranch a number of years ago, and that actually happened. But that's a topic for another show, I think.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, there's still tax liens being filed.
Mm-hmm.
There's still people that need help. I heard another one last night. Tax something. It's new, but don't call them. Don't call them. Find somebody locally. Of course, I want you all to call Everett Hughes. I'll help you. But find somebody locally that you can walk in, sit down, go eyeball to eyeball with them, and have them be your rep in front of the IRS. And there's something else that the IRS hated.
What's that?
The IRS hates those groups, the Tax Masters, the J.K. Harrises, and the Ronnie Lynn Deutsches. They hate them because they're not getting the job done, and they're just convincing the taxpayer that they're in charge now and the IRS will leave you alone. But the IRS is not leaving them alone because the job wasn't getting done.
Gotcha. Well, we're just about out of time, but if you need the services of Everett Hughes, you know what that number is, 533-4131, 533-4131, and go to that website of yours.
Please do, everetthughes.com.
Well, Everett, you have yourself a good week, and then we'll talk to you next Wednesday, and we'll find out some new and interesting information from the enrolled agent we all know, and that is Everett Hughes.
Hey, we'll see you.
All right, sounds good.